So here's what happened. In a small college in central Pennsylvania, there was a boy named JJ who was obsessed with Survivor, so he roped his friends into playing a semester-long version of the game over the fall. 16 college students would meet every Sunday to compete in challenges. The losing tribe would show up early the next week for tribal council, where they would vote off one of their own tribe members to be eliminated from the game. So the first Sunday rolls up and there are no cameras because we don't plan ahead. The students are split into two tribes, Tarako and Matagi. A representative of each tribe is called up and given a piece of paper, and the challenge begins. Matagi has a rocky start. Dissension between the tribe mates Helen and Josiah leads to a poor performance in the challenge, which opened the door for Tarako to snag the first win, giving them the immunity ale, and Matagi a date at tribal council. The game has begun.
Well, we lost the challenge, which, all of it kind of sucks because we do have to send someone home. But the good news is, after talking to all my sources, pretty sure it's not me. It might be. I'll admit, I was annoying. I was irritating. I put a big target on my back. It was a bold opening play, but I think it's paying off because right now, some of the targets for elimination are mainly Josiah, Helen, Sarah, or Jenna. I personally have been starting resistance to get Helen off. I think the sooner she gets out, the better, and she serves as both a strategic threat and a weak link, considering how poorly she did the challenge.
So like basically, Survivor is like going to body, and that you have like many different friend groups and all at different tables. But there's like other reasons why you may want to join a table versus another, and that there's like an open spot, or you really don't like the smell of like Cheetos and someone has Cheetos, and then you're like, hey, we have a great idea, let's just join the table together. Then you get a butt, and butts are cool in Survivor. So that's what I've learned, is that friend groups don't match well together unless you somehow sit at multiple tables at the same time. That doesn't work out well either, because then you don't eat your food.
Sarah and I actually do have an alliance right now. I postulated that. Is postulate the correct word? I don't know. Just pretend it is. Since Sarah and Eric were dating during the preseason when JJ was making the tribes, and Eric and I are pretty tight friends, Sarah and I figured we would be on the same tribe, so we're actually pretty tight. Josiah, of course, is all for voting out Helen, and from what I've heard, so is Garrett. It's shaping up to be Helen getting the boot, although we'll have to see what kind of resistance she mounts.
First off, Idol's not in the back 40. Learned that the hard way. Yeah, wandered around there for a long time. That was a lot of fun. But I have learned this week that everyone will talk if you say, I don't know what's going on. And everyone will just sit there and tell you, oh, well, I've heard so-and-so is voting for so-and-so. And it gets really exciting, and you learn a lot really fast. So, the first thing I heard was Josiah is voting Helen. And he was putting a whole group together to do that. I wasn't a fan of that. So, as of now, we've got Jenna, me, Helen, hopefully Brooke, but I haven't actually talked to her, and Garrett, and maybe Sarah, are all actually voting Josiah.
So I haven't really done much for it this week because I've been thinking about it because of school. But I did talk to Josiah, and Josiah wants to vote out Helen. So I knew Josiah and Nate were gonna vote out Helen. And then I just talked to Nathan earlier today, and he was telling me that everybody wanted to vote Josiah out. And I personally want to keep Josiah in. When on Sunday, that Sunday, when you told us to send a representative, apparently you gave them a piece of paper, and I just was not paying attention during that moment, so I didn't know about that until today when someone told me. And I was like, what? So I was like, what is it? And we didn't know for a long time. And then I figured out that it was a legacy thingy, some fancy thingy. And as far as I know, she can only use it, it was Brooke, so she can only use it after the merge happens. And she has to have told one person about it, from what I know. So I have no idea who she told. So one of the things I'm going to do on Sunday is just watch who is sitting next to Brooke and who's sitting with who, because I feel like that's a really good indicator of, you know, who likes who, etc., etc. And apart from that, the only other thing I know is that Jonathan Logan has a immunity idol, as he told me. I don't know why. But I don't think that helps me at all for now, because he's on the opposite team.
It is day 2, day 3, I don't know. It's a Tuesday. We started on a Sunday, even that. I've already made an alliance with Kat, who has made an alliance with Keara and Nicole. Eric is all in his high horse. Kat told me everything. I'm part of her alliance. She was feeding him lies. I know this. She told him that the note that was given to her and Brooke was an advantage after the merge. It's not. It is the location of an immunity idol. Me and Kat have agreed to share the immunity idol, giving it to whoever we decide is in the most danger. I, in the meantime, have gone off and made a second immunity idol, which I'm very proud of. It looks very realistic and it's sure to mess somebody up. And I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, but yeah, I don't like this Rocky guy. I don't understand what he's doing. I also think Nicole's a loose cannon because I'm not entirely sure she's here to win. I think she would do something if she found it funny, even if it put her at a disadvantage, and so I want to knock her out quickly as possible. I think Kat is not a power player, and so I want her to come to the merge with me, because I'm confident I can beat her out then. It's wet, it's cold. I don't know how I'm going to survive the next, 3 weeks of this.
Okay, so I found this out by the water tower, which is really good because I don't feel incredibly confident about a lot of the people in my tribe right now. I'm confident in 3 people: Keara, Nicole, and Jonathan. I like that group, and everyone else scares me. Currently, Jonathan is at Walmart, and he bought things to put together 2 fake immunity idols. Not only that, but I know where one of the wrappings is because I put it back when I found mine, and I know where to find Brooke's immunity idol, the immunity idol that she has a clue for. So if I can find that idol, then we will have 2 idols, and we can make 2 fake idols to use to our advantage somehow. How, I don't know, but that'll put us in a major position of power, which I really need because I don't contribute much physically to challenges. Mentally, yes, physically, no. So if I want to cement a position as a strong player, but not necessarily a threat, I have to be with a group of people. Keara is more of a target than me in terms of being a threat, and so she's kind of a shield for me to be able to do something big without it necessarily being blamed on me as the orchestrator. Even if I do orchestrate it, the people that would want to vote me out may not necessarily know. And so right now my goal is to take Jonathan, Keara, and Nicole to the merge. Everybody else, I'd rather vote out immediately. Rocky, I'm okay with keeping Rocky in for now. Rocky scares me when we get to the merge because he's chaos. I never know what he's thinking. I never know what I'm like. I can't read him and I don't like it. Eric is manipulative and sneaky. And I don't think he wants to keep me on. And so I want to get rid of him. Pascal is dangerous only because none of us know him. And so we don't know what he's capable of, and we don't know if he's here to like Garrett's just kind of have fun and because JJ told him to, or if he's here because he actually wants to win. Things have just been kind of stressful. Like we're not even going to tribal council this week, and I'm already freaking out about who wants to be voted out and like who wants to vote me out, and I'm just like, ah.
So I talked to Helen at the beginning of the week and a couple other people. I've talked to Sarah, I've talked to Nate, and most people had a common idea of Josiah. Helen's name eventually got thrown around, Nate's name got thrown around, I even know my name got thrown around a few times. So what ended up happening is I talked to a few people, including Helen and Nathan King, and they basically want to keep players in the game and want to keep physical threats in the game because that's what's going to win us challenges right now. People tend to, as far as I've heard, seeing me, Helen, and Nathan as threats because of how we play murder and things like that. So as soon as Helen's name got thrown around, I started to get concerned because that meant that once Helen went, me and Nathan wouldn't be far afterwards, and that's not what we wanted. The three of us wanted to keep players in the game because we want to play an interesting game. We don't want to we're not just here to let it go. We want to actually play and we want to make it an interesting game. So none of us want each other to leave. Josiah threw out Helen's name, and to my knowledge, it sounded like Garrett was on board with that, and that Nate was on board with that for a while, and we hadn't heard from Brooke. We didn't know where Sarah was at either, so as long as none of us switch and none of us split, then Josiah's going to be going home. And I think that's what we all want right now.
Tribal Council. Tonight, the first person to survive Messiah will be voted out. Nate, how does it feel to be at Tribal Council?
I just love it being here with all my good friends. I just can't wait to see the other team here next week.
Okay. Brooke, how do you feel about how the challenge went last week?
I think we had our strong suits and our weak suits, but I'm looking forward to winning the next one.
Okay. Does that play into who you're planning on voting for tonight at all?
Not really. I think I'm going for a strategy, like strategic.
Okay. What does that mean? People that are threatening to you? Okay. Do you want to name who that is?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah. I want to see a raise of hands. Who here feels nervous at all that it might be them tonight?
I'll join you.
I don't think you cannot be.
Yeah. It's just Garrett.
Is there anyone who feels confident that they're not going home tonight? Nathan, why do you feel confident that you'll be here tomorrow?
Because I think we just heard like 2 or 3 times in a row that we want to win the next challenge.
Okay.
And I'm a competitor, so it's kind of not be good to put on a ton of things.
Okay. Josiah, do you agree with that?
Is your eye okay?
Yeah. It's just bright, that light.
that light right there, I feel like.
Josiah, do you agree that it's a good idea to keep Nathan for challenges?
Yeah,
Yeah?
I can agree with that. He's a strong player.
Okay.
And he's only weak, so he's strong.
Brooke, why do you think that you're safe tonight?
I hit my bucket on the first try, and I don't know. I'm like not mean.
Garrett, why do you think you'll be safe tonight? Well, you raise your hand for both. But...
Yeah, I think that I'm going to be safe just because I think people might like me and not hate me a lot. Right, Helen?
Helen, do you know what he's referring to when he's calling your name like that?
No, I don't.
She was the first person I made eye contact with.
He just told you what he meant. Okay. Jenna, what is your criteria how you're voting tonight?
You know, it's hard to have criteria because you don't want to see it. Like, we were all pretty bummed to lose the challenge because we don't want to send someone home. So choosing someone and giving it a criteria is very difficult to do.
Does anyone have any criteria that they're willing to talk about as to how they're voting tonight? Nate, you look like you're thinking.
Yeah, I have to agree with Jenna that it really sucks that we have to send someone home, but I feel that whoever we choose, we get rid of a weaker player that'll help us win the next challenge. It hurts to lose one person, but for the good of the tribe, we have to.
How about connections with the other tribes? Sarah, does that concern you at all? Thinking about who might be close to people on the other side?
Yeah, actually, quite a bit. Different people, because of the friend groups that are already in place. There's been a lot of talking between tribes. So,
From who?
different people.
From different people? Nathan, where have you seen talking between tribes?
This is the first I've heard of it for the most part. I mean, I've heard that like it's happening, but I have not even like seen anyone on the other tribes since like last time we lost to them a week ago. So part of that's because I live on South Side and don't run into them.
Jenna, just thinking about where people who may have found hidden immunity items, does that come into play at all in what you're thinking for the game?
I mean, for sure, that's something you always have to consider because it can come up when you're least expecting it.
Okay. Sarah, is that a concern for you at all?
Not quite yet.
Not yet?
I don't. It's gonna be coming more into play later.
Okay. Is anyone worried about the possibility of immunity idols popping up in the future?
I wouldn't say in the near future. I'd say probably closer to the merge. Like definitely by then people will have had time to look for them, but it's only a weekend, so I would say.
Okay. Josiah, what are you hoping to gain from, what are you hoping this tribe will be able to do in the future?
Survive until the merge.
Survive until the merge?
Beat other team in all the challenges.
Are you hoping to go in Matagi strong into the merge? Alright.
Bianchi. Mr. Bianchi.
What I've gathered so far, everyone wants to keep themselves pretty reserved in what they're willing to say today. So I think it's time to get to the vote. Helen, you're up first. That would be the time to do so.
Fire. You don't know the pause.
Then
That's literally fine.
What?
The rules of Survivor state that if anyone plays a hidden immunity idol, any votes cast for that person will not count. This is not a hidden immunity idol. I'll now read the votes. First vote. Helen. One vote Helen. Next vote. Josiah. One vote Josiah, one vote Helen. Helen. Two votes Helen, one vote Josiah. Josiah. Two votes Josiah, two votes Helen. Josiah. Three votes Josiah, two votes Helen. Josiah. Four votes Josiah, two votes Helen. First person voted out of Survivor Messiah. Josiah. Josiah, you need to come up, bring me your torch and your bandana. Josiah? Tribe spoken.